Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. It's late. We're not worried about it, okay? Let's dive right in. This is a big channel. I've got a lot of synchronicities to get through, so we're just gonna ride the wave and we'll get the message out. So, the channeled songs I had for today were The Phantom of the Opera by Emmy Rossum, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and Gerard Butler. And Like I Do by David Guetta, Martin Gatrix, and Brooks. Synchronicities were the numbers 888, 0808, 811, 0707, 211, 1010, 333, 911, 711, 1919, 111, 321, as well as elephants, right arm pain, specifically in the forearm. Someone here could have a broken arm. Flare-ups, specifically if you have chronic pain like fibromyalgia or arthritis or anything like this, as well as Rome and the character Starfire. For those that's significant for, those are your synchronicities for this reading. So let's just dive right in and see what the heck is going on with this. What a day it's been. Hello, welcome denizens of the night, children of the dark. Hello, thanks for spending your time with me. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the follow. Let's see what astrological house this reading is going to be in. Let's find out, shall we? We have the number 5. Ooh, for creativity and self-expression, right? Number 5. And then we have what astrological sign is this reading going to be for? So what sign in this house? It looks like we have 8, which I believe is Scorpio. Yes, Scorpio. So Scorpio in the realm of creativity and self-expression. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Very intense, very moody, dramatic. Very nice. And creativity and self-expression. So definitely the Phantom of the Opera type of people. Got it. Let's get into the runes. More details for what's going on in the house of creativity and self-expression in Scorpio. Very interesting. Let's see. Let's get into it. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me some details here. Give me some details. Looks like we have need, a desire for nothing. Hi, Sonia. We just started. You haven't missed anything. We do have this. This is going to be in the house of creativity and self-expression in the sign of Scorpio. So definitely my more theatric types. Phantom of the Opera was also strong here, so we'll see where that goes. So we have need, we have Ingvas for potential, so like potential desire, potential need. Thank you guys for the likes and for the follows. And then we also have Thurisas for defense. Interesting. So some protection over potential desire, potential need. What is that about? That has Scorpio written all over it. Oh, wow. I just noticed something funny. Y'all. So this is a bit degen of me, but here we go. Look at the spells. Someone here could like grass, if you know what I mean. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Let's get into charms and get some more details. Thank you for the likes. Oh my goodness. I appreciate y'all. I'm telling you, the night owls are where it's at. Every time I go not like live at night, y'all come through. My people. All right. So we have the aggro charm. So you may be attracting people who just have beef with you for no reason, right? They see your inner light and your self-confidence and they're just coming for you. So we may have some issues with that at this time. We do have the ancestors charm here, angels, ancestors, passed on loved ones who are coming in strong here. And there's also this little bell here, and bells are a symbol of cleansing negative energy, right? So there's a cleansing of negative energy coming in and as well as the intuition charm, the crystal ball. Again, some of you here may be really into the occult. So we have our charms and our runes and our dice. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see. Let me move this stuff out of the way for y'all so I can clear up my area. And do pardon me if I have little sniffles or I sound a little strained. I think I might be coming down with a cold. But we're gonna ride this wave. We're just gonna ride the wave. I'm gonna pull out these are my yes, no, maybe cards. Now, I tell people who come in, I'm not really the type who does yes, no readings. I don't want for you to ask your questions in the chat. I don't need to know your business. Think it in your head. You don't have to give me anything. Think the question in your head, and whatever I pull, that is your answer, all right? I'm also not doing personal readings. That's not why I'm here. I'm not an ATM. If you want a personal reading, I offer that at the link in my bio, okay? This is a collective reading. Stay and see if it resonates with you, but I'm not going to answer personal questions. I don't need to know your business, and neither does the internet. It's okay. So, I'm just gonna get that out of the way now. Let's see. All right, Spirit. What's going on with the collective today? What's going on? What's going on with this Phantom of the Opera energy I was getting? What's going on with the defense and potential desire in this aggro? Oh, that's cool. My incense smoke is doing like a tornado effect. That's interesting. Are we going through some repeating cycles? So, right here, this is where the yes, no's happen. If it is in reversed, it is the opposite of that. So if you had a question in mind, your answer is yes, okay? This is the Five of Cups in reversed. I love to see this because that means we're currently moving forward, moving on, accepting help, healing, forgiveness, and rejoining the world. That's absolutely beautiful. We're also healing our throat chakra. So again, our expression, being able to express ourselves. I just saw the name Aphrodite. So some of you may work with Aphrodite. The goddess of love, more self-love involved, perhaps? Tell me more, Spirit. Again, if you hear me sniffling, my voice sounds weird, I might have a cold, I'm not sure yet. It's either pollen, yeah, and we love love. It's either pollen or it's a cold, so just, I apologize, but the show must go on, as they say. Let's see, what else is going on with my collective today? Tell me more. Beautiful. Okay, so folding on your beliefs, giving up, admitting defeat, feeling overwhelmed, not taking the bull by the horns, and health problems. Again, I had that pain in my right forearm. Someone could have a broken arm, or they could be having some flare-ups of like fibromyalgia or arthritis, right? Thank you so much, Sonia. I will do that. The incense that I am burning is dragon blood. Dragon blood is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful protective, grounding incense, and it's relatively affordable as well. You can get it at Walmart for like $4. A huge bundle of it, right? Like, I've used so much, but this cost me like $4, okay? I'm just letting y'all know if you're into that. Yeah, and it smells amazing. So we have, if you had a yes, no question just now, your answer is no, okay? So we have a little bit of this as well, some self-confidence issues, or being very overwhelmed by something. So even though we are moving forward and accepting help, it could be a bit overwhelming at this time. Right arm pain can signify fears with, it could be a symbol of overgiving. The right side symbolizes the masculine side, so the ambitious, go-getter, burning the candle at both ends types of energies. There you go, yeah. Thank you for the reposts and likes. So yeah, it can be a bit overwhelming, even though we are working towards leaving behind disappointment, regret, those types of energies. There are times where it can be a bit overwhelming, and that specific pain does have a wound. Father wounds, typically, if it's on the masculine side, and represents a block in overgiving, in having an issue with moving forward and going after what you want, right? So let's see, what else is happening here? And some of you might smoke the medicinals in order to handle that pain. No judgment here. Thank you, Man Ray. Tell me more. Thank you. So yes, this is our current energy. Anytime I see horizontal cards like this, that tells me this is our current energy, because it can go either or, up or down, right? Depending on which way we go. This is the Four Wands, which is all about a happy home. It's all about a happy home. And please be mindful of scammers, okay? Be mindful of scammers. They will pop in and they will pop up and they will try to drain you of your abundance and your energy at this time. That's why we have that aggro charm. There will be people coming for that, okay? So yeah, the upright is happy families, coming home celebrations, teamwork, success, prosperity, versus unhappy families, leaving home, pause to relax, disapproval, those types of things, right? You could see it right here, right? So that's the upright position, and that's the reversed position, okay? Again, around the, I believe that's the speaking one. Yes, around the throat chakra. Thank you, Man Ray. So we're currently in this area of like trying to balance our foundations, trying to have a happier home life. It may be a little shaky at this time and we're working on it. Thank you for the repost. Oh, I just saw Nyx too. You may work with Nyx. Beautiful energy to work with. Again, night owls. Denizens of the dark. Yes, come through. If I see Hecate pull up, I'm done. I'm leaving. Ah, beautiful. Yes, so we do have goddess energy coming in quite strongly today. Beautiful, I love it. Tell me more, Spirit. We're going through this. Oh, and it also represents community. So like trying to find our community, the people who pour into us as well. The people who value our self-expression and creativity. Because like I said, this is Scorpio and creative self-expression. So we might be a bit different in our creativity and self-expression. We could be of the occulty side, we could be witchy, we could just like darker things. My edgelords might be in this crowd. No shade, I am a prior edgelord, I get it. My villains, my dramatic queens and kings. So we're looking for our community. Got it. I love it. Yep, a Hierophant. Okay. I choose which traditions and I embrace and how I do it. Beautiful. Beautiful. So yeah, looking for our community, looking for different traditions. Normally you would see it in the reversed here. Yes, I offer that, the link in my bio. It's not clickable. I don't have 1,000 followers, but you can go check that out. It's my coffee one. I'm happy to give you a personal reading there. Okay? Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. So this is choosing our own traditions, choosing what drum, like choosing to go, oh my gosh, words, choosing to follow the beat of our own drum. Thank you for their follows. Yeah, education, knowledge, hierarchy. Yeah, knowledge sharing, social groups. What I say, looking for our community, looking for the people that are meant to find us. Oh, yes, so Kyle, I know you just popped in. I say this to everyone who pops in. I know most of you are new viewers. I don't do yes, no's, but I have the deck out. You don't have to ask me anything. You don't have to give me anything. You don't have to put your business anywhere. You just think the question, and whatever I pull, that's your answer, okay? All right. And that way, you protect your energy. You protect people from possibly evil-eyeing your stuff. And you can leave at any point. If you like the answer, you can leave. If you don't like the answer, you can leave. It's fine. No loss. Only gain for y'all, okay? Tell me more. The Tower is not a bad thing. Thank you, Sonia. The Tower is actually a fantastic card because it talks about foundations shattering that were built up on bad foundations. So like it means an upheaval. It can mean anything from a proposal to a promotion to a breakup. It can mean either or. It's something that changes your current schedule. It changes your current normal, okay? Don't be afraid of the Tower. It's not a bad card. It's something that's needed. It's a necessary ending, okay? And it's not always a bad thing. You're welcome, Bree. It's just like the Death card and the Devil card. They get a lot of bad rap, like my Scorpios, but they have their own meanings, okay? It's way more nuanced than that. And there's not a single card in this deck that's evil, okay? So, tell me more about what's going on with my collective. All right. Yeah, we're surrounded with a lot of competition, fighting, arguments. Like I said, we have that aggro coming in here. If you had a yes/no question, your answer is no, unfortunately, okay? I have a no here, and then I have a yes reversed, which is a no. Yeah, there's a lot of comparison going on and a lot of arguments, okay? So there may be a fire sign around you who is a bit insensitive. There may be some obstacles, acting out, lack of energy, discouragement, but it's all around people fighting over who has the biggest stick. I always think of this as who has the biggest stick. People fighting over who has the best one. Such a silly competition. And the Page of Wands, every time I see it reversed, it always reminds me of comparison, right? The Page of Wands is someone who is inspired by people. They're inspired by people and they find ways to make their lives better by following what they see. They don't necessarily copy paste, but they do incorporate, right? Reversed is comparison. You see someone you're inspired and then you think you're broken for some reason. We don't like that. We don't like that here. Yeah, especially in the realm of our creativity and self-expression. No. There's no bad way to be creative or to express yourself. There's no point. Why would it be self-expression if it's supposed to be like everyone else, you know? Tell me more. Lots of fire energy. I feel fired up too, right? Like we have this boundless energy. We have this drive to be more creative, to be more expressive. But it feels like we're not surrounded. Like we haven't surrounded ourselves with the right people who fuel this fire. People are more committed to smothering it. You know what I mean? Tell me more. If you have a yes/no question, your answer is yes, okay? I know this says no, but when it's reversed, it means the opposite. Yes, so there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Recovering, improving, letting go of negativity and stress, all right? So currently we're looking for that community, but we're working through that healing, right? We had the Five of Cups in the reverse at the very start, so we are working on that. You can see right here. And we're healing in our sacral chakra, the area where our creativity lies, our sensuality, our creativity is. That's a huge factor on where that comes from, okay? It's also the area where your divine feminine energy resides the most. If you are a follower of Aphrodite, you pull directly from that area the most. Tell me more, please. Yeah, people might be a little extra aggressive at this time. As I noticed that I'm shuffling my cards a little aggressively here. I apologize. Someone here could have short black hair and absolutely gorgeous gray eyes. Just keep looking over at this lady on my screen. Tell me more, Spirit, on what's going on here. I'm getting a pretty good picture. And I got elephants earlier, and elephants, I keep coming back to a card of one of my oracle decks that talks about learning from the past. Yeah, we're taking lessons from the past. It's like learning from the past, but not living there. Okay, so yeah, we're learning how to do that. Learning the lessons from the past. 202, there it is. Yep, on the right path, got it. I'm honing in. Let's see. Tell me more. You might be being more private at this time too. You could have been telling people your plans. I've been getting very heavy energies all week long about people who need to hush about their plans because they're surrounded by people dedicated to squashing those plans, whether intentional or no. Move in silence. Thank you for the follows and the likes. I appreciate y'all, really. The night crowd is my crowd. Y'all show out every time. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's like it might be taking longer than we would like to. Because this is taking longer than usual. And it just feels like, hush up. Shush. Stop telling people your ideas. People are taking them. Well, there's some undercurrents there, but I prefer when it speaks with its whole chest. So let's see. Let's see if those come back out. Knight of Swords. All right, if you had a yes/no question, there's your answer. Aquarius. The heart chakra showed up. That's the first one where we have the heart chakra, I believe. Yeah, the first one. Big changes and opportunities. Seizing the moment. Ah, that's why. Okay. One who gets what he or she wants. I love it. Yes, so it warns against impulsive or rash behavior. That's why we had the taking your time and not spilling your business. Because the Swords is all about thoughts and words. The Knight of Swords is the second fastest knight in the deck. They rush forward with thought. They rush forward with words. They're very witty, right? You may have a sarcastic sense of humor. Yeah, quick wit, honest, very direct, and very assertive. If you had a yes/no question, this is your answer. I won't say it again. So that's what we're trying to do. Like, we have a plan and we're jumping forward, but we may have an issue with telling people our business, right? Now, we had this Scorpio here, and Scorpios are usually very private. So that's kind of an underlying message here of, if you are surrounded by people dedicating to misunderstanding you and who are squashing your light, stop telling them your ideas. Stop telling it. Yeah, in a haste, wanting to bring it forth. Interesting. Yeah, I want to dive in. I want to jump in. But it seems like when I jump in, I meet, like, people have a problem with me. It turns into a one-upping situation. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we are feeling a period of bad luck. Yep, external forces, disruption, unwelcome change, delays, and setbacks. I ride the waves of life. That's impacting our self-confidence a little bit, right? That's what we're feeling at the moment, because we want to tell people our business, but it feels like every time we do, there's a setback. I'll tell you why. When you tell people who don't like you, your business, they stomp on your thing. Not everyone does it intentionally. Not everyone's your enemy, right? Some people will be like, oh, are you sure that niche is oversaturated? Are you sure you can do that? They're trying to be helpful, but what they're doing is planting seeds of doubt, which causes you to block your own manifestations, right? Block your own dreams. There are some people who do this intentionally. Most people don't. Most people do it on accident, because that's how they've lived their life, that's how they've operated, and they continue the cycle on other people. And that's why you may feel that way, because every time you seem to have this big grand idea and you tell people, it doesn't work. And that's because there are people causing you to block your own manifestations, or they're off in the background talking smack on what you want, blocking it, sending evil eye. If you are worried about evil eye, I highly, highly, highly recommend you get something like this, and you find a way to wear it, or put it around you, or put it somewhere. It is a talisman against evil eye, and have more than one. If it breaks, it did its job. Okay? And you don't have to believe in that, you don't have to do it, but this feels like my occulty, witchy crowd, so you know what's up. Get yourself a little talisman. Doesn't have to be this one. It can also be the hand of God, whatever works for you, okay? But get yourself one. You need one. I'm seeing the aggro here. I'm seeing people who are coming for you for no reason, okay? Because you have a lot of creative force, you have a lot of great ideas, and there's a lot of jealousy hanging out here. I can feel it, especially with that tornado of smoke I had earlier. I don't normally get that in my house. So that tells me there's a lot happening. Tornado of energy. Interesting. And I see my incense literally going up to my phone. So there's a lot of negative energy around you at this time. And I would highly recommend, if you are of the witchy pursuits, to up your wards and up your protections, okay? If you don't know how to do that, maybe I will find a way at some point to make videos on that kind of stuff. Hello, hi. I see you tagged me. What do you need? If you had a yes/no question, your answer is no. All right? Your answer is no. When it's in reverse, it's the opposite, okay? We have the crown chakra here. Lack of ideas, intellectual inability, failure, hostility, exploitation, unclear thinking, haste makes waste. What I tell you, we have this haste energy. We're jumping in, we're telling people our plans, and they fall through. And then we think that we just have bad luck. No. No. You're telling the wrong people your ideas. Move in silence. Do the thing. Do the thing. When you stop telling people your plans and you just go do it, right? You'll be amazed at how much you can actually get done. You'll be amazed at what you can call forth. Truly. And people will be like, but how do I celebrate? How do I have people that are for me? There are a few select people you can trust in your life. Tell those people, all right? And you can always tell your spirit guides, because they will celebrate with you. They'll be there. They'll give you your flowers. Even if you don't believe in them, they'll still be there. You tell them. I tell mine everything. They probably want me to shut up. But they also don't shut up. So, you know. All right, sideways. Current energies. So yeah, we had the searching for community, and we're going through this whole process that I have outlined here of finding our community, being around people who play the who has the biggest stick game, who are in comparison syndrome, and we're trying to leave that behind and letting go of negativity and stress, wanting to jump into things, wanting to get what you want. You're like going forward with thoughts, with the words, and feeling like there's a lot of bad luck, there's some hostility, possible exploitation, and sometimes the haste backfires. And that's because we also feel like we have a lot of choices and we don't know which choices to make, right? Upright, it's choices, illusions, fantasy, temptation, imagination, confusion, wishful thinking, options, opportunities, diversion, speculation, variety, unrealistic goals, distractions, imagination run wild. Reversed is reality, clarity, sobriety, poor choices, lack of choice, opportunities, or options. So either way, it is a murky water to be in. And there's that Scorpio right there in Venus. Someone could have a Venus in Scorpio. And again, this impacts our self-confidence with that solar plexus chakra right there. So we're feeling like we don't have good options. It's hard to choose, right? It feels like every choice is a bad choice. No matter what I do, it seems like it's the wrong choice. I invest in the wrong people. Yeah, dreams. Perhaps my dreams aren't realistic enough. Ugh, I hate that. Oh, God, I hate when people say that. What do you mean? What do you mean dreams aren't realistic enough? Of course not. They're dreams. What? They're not supposed to be realistic. You literally manifest stuff from the 5D into the 3D. What are you talking about? It's not supposed to be realistic. You're supposed to dream big. You're supposed to be a little bit delusional. That's the whole point of manifestation. What are you talking about? That's just the things people say in order to crush creativity. That's really all it is. And I will die on that hill. Yes. I will stand all 10 toes down on that hill. And again, in the sideways, we have the restriction. Eight of Swords, the mental prison. The Eight of Swords Again, with that sacral chakra, it's feeling trapped, backed into a corner, hands tied, victimized, paralyzed by fear, terror, feeling pressure, hopeless, helpless, powerless, silenced, dilemma, drama, punishment, versus liberation, empowerment, mental clarity, overcoming fears, breaking ties, ending self-deception, those types of things, right? Now, we look at this card. She's in a pretty tight spot, isn't she? Obviously, she did not put herself in this situation, but you'll notice she's by herself. She's surrounded by swords, with one foot in the water and one foot on dry land. She's wearing red, passion, right? All her passion. She's a very passionate woman. She's tied up, her eyes are covered, she can't see. She can't see her way out of the situation. She's not aware that her bindings are actually very loose. She has one foot in the water in her emotions and one foot on dry land in the stable realm, in the 3D, right? She's not aware that she's by herself, surrounded by her own thoughts, surrounded by her own fears, keeping herself here a prisoner. That's where we're at. We may be realizing that we have been in a not so great situation, feeling a bit imprisoned by our own circumstances, by our life choices, by who we're surrounded by, and we're learning how to get out of the mental prison, learning how to let go of those bindings and take the blindfold off. Again, you didn't put yourself there, but you can leave at any time. And welcome back, Peter. I see you. I see you. Welcome back. Don't think I don't notice who shows up in my streams. I'm still small enough to notice. For now, I have plans. Tell me more, Spirit, on what's going on. What's going on with my collective? An undercurrent of strength. Learning how to quiet our own inner beast, that mental prison. Yes. All that beautiful passion. Hi. Inner strength, courage, bravery, confidence, compassion, taming, control, overcoming self-doubt, focus, persuasion, influence, taming the beast within. Harnessing instinctive desires. I told you, there's desires on here. Strength begins with the choice to be kind to myself. If you have a yes/no question, that's your answer, okay? Strength is a beautiful card. It really is. Because this woman right here is our inner divine feminine. She's all dressed in white, right? She represents our intuition. She represents our soul person. They're pure. They're not really tainted by the comings and goings of the 3D realm, right? You see the infinity symbol here? She's a loop, just like our soul is. And she's quieting our inner parasite, our inner beast, the one who's stuck here in the 3D. Surrounded by all that yellow, that beautiful self-confidence. Again, with the self-confidence here. With this lion who's full of passion. All this passion. Scorpios are passionate. Yes, Scorpios are intensely passionate. I like to think of them as the fire sign of the water signs. They're so passionate. It can be so intense. And that can be our feeling sometimes, especially in this realm. We're so passionate about our dreams and we want to bring them into reality. We want to talk about it, but we're around the wrong people. Thank you. This is actually not PJs. It's a crop top hoodie. I love it. Thank you, though. My little spooky crop top. I love this thing. I would wear this every day if I could get away with it. Thank you. Tell me more. Yeah, on that 888. There's an emperor here. You could have a boss who is a tyrant. This could also be father figure. Like I said, we had father wounds here. Could be a father figure, could be a spouse, someone who's a tyrant. There's someone around you who's a tyrant. Abusive power, rigidity, stubbornness, lack of discipline, lack of control, absentee father, paternity issues, right? I am my own authority. I have the will and the power to create my life's structure. And wounds in the root, childhood. We surround ourselves with these people because that is a cycle from our childhood. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But there is someone around us who imposes all this rigidity. It doesn't necessarily have to be a dad. It doesn't have to be any of that. It could just be a boss, or it could be a very annoying older fire sign, okay? Unhealed fire sign energy, specifically unhealed Aries, very much childish, throwing tantrums. Everything that inconveniences them turns into a 3-day tirade, okay? Yeah. Doesn't have to be. It could also just be surrounding ourselves around people who put us in this feeling powerless energy, not having our own authority, the issues with our masculine energy. Yeah, fear of abandonment as well. Tell me more, Spirit, on what's going on with the collective today. And then I can move into the next parts. Now, I have forewarning to those of you who are new. My lives are long, okay? I do put summarized videos after my lives. So if you have to go, don't worry, the message won't miss you. You can always go to my page. I will have the summarized video with all the oracle advice. You can do that, okay? And if you ever want to catch my whole life from start to finish, I have a YouTube channel. You can go watch it there. You won't miss it. And I know TikTok hates sending people to other apps, all right? I get it. Yes, thank you. This is my favorite hoodie, besides my cat one. But yes, if you want to go check those out, you can. If you have to leave, if you have to sleep, if you have to work, don't worry about it, okay? I understand. I'm human. I am a parent. God got you. The Knight of Cups. We want to romanticize our life. We want to go with our creative expression. Heal that heart chakra. Moon in Scorpio. War Scorpio. Yes, following your heart, taking action. An intelligent young person full of new ideas and proposals. So that's what we want to do. We want to follow our hearts. Thank you. Yes. That's what we want to do. We want to follow our heart. We don't want to listen to this nonsense no more. Yeah, that's the journey we're heading towards, is the strength in order to stop oppressing ourselves with the voices that came before and start moving towards our happiness, towards what really fuels our passion, what fuels our heart, what allows us to be creative. More of that tornado energy. Man, the smoke's going nuts today. I love it. Yeah, it's like, it reminds me of a dance. Beautiful. Someone here could be a dancer. Don't have to be. This is beautiful. If you are a dancer, you are a fantastic dancer. You got me distracted. Distracted. And some of you could be also into Tai Chi, because that reminds me of Tai Chi. Gorgeous practice. I will learn it someday. Oh, or a pole dancer. That just came on. The spinning. Also gorgeous. I will also learn that one day. Yes. No shade, no judgment here. Yeah, okay, yes. We're insurmountable problems. Flogging a dead horse, duty-bound, resigned to fate, delegating wisely, wanting excessive control over other people's lives. This also, whenever I see this, it's like letting go of burdens. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful cleansing energy. I think of this as well as wanting to let go of responsibilities and burdens. Because you know how they were all fighting over who has the biggest stick earlier? It's like, I want to let go of all these sticks. I'm tired. I'm tired of carrying all these sticks. If you drop 5 of those sticks, you only have to carry 5. You carry half the load now. You know? I'm wanting to do that. 222. Yes. Let's get 3 more. 3 more cards on what is happening with my collective today. I think I'm pretty honed in on what's going on here. 3 more, please, Spirit. So yeah, if you have a yes/no question in mind, keep it in your mind. You don't gotta give me anything. You don't gotta put it out there. You don't gotta put your business out there. Put it in your mind, and as I draw it, that will be your answer. Okay? No, gotta give me nothing. Tell me more, Spirit. Besides the, not rushing into things and keeping it on the DL, right? Keeping it quiet. Tell me more. There we go. Ah, yes. Current energies. We are. So, if you're, I hate to say it, if you're looking for a yes, no, this is a yes and no. It's like a yes, but, right? If the answer involves proving yourself to someone else, there's a strong caution on proceeding forward in that direction, okay? That's why we have a yes, but. Because the King of Wands is about being in charge, decisiveness, loyalty, independence, optimism, someone who inspires others to create, right? Very inspiring people. Versus lies, deviousness, prejudice, one whose main focus is self-promotion. So it's like proving ourselves, having to demand that everyone respect us because we're the king. Even though if you're a real king, you already have your crown on, you don't need to prove it. You just show up and be the king. You know what I mean? So this is kind of where we're at. We're going in a way of, originally it was I'm trying to prove myself to get that recognition from people, when you don't need to be doing that, okay? You don't need to be doing that. You're already a creative person. You're already full of fire. You're already inspiring enough as you are. You don't need the approval of other people. The king doesn't need someone else to tell him what to do. He just does it. I know there are advisors. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the people that the king rules over. If that was the case, if he listened to every single person's advice, there would be nothing would be done. Nothing would ever be done. So yes, if you were looking for a yes, no answer, the answer is yes, but only if that person, that thing, that situation, whatever you're going for, puts you in this positive ass energy, okay? If it doesn't, free will is yours, it must be respected, use your discernment, but they would caution against it, okay? So, 2 more. So that's our current little journey here, right? Trying to figure out what a good choice is in order to leave our mental prison so that we can conquer this feeling of disempowerment, chase after our actual dreams, leave behind these huge responsibilities, and actually go from trying to gain everybody's approval into wearing the crown that's on our head already. And having more self-confidence. Yes. All right, so we have the yes, but for the original one. If anybody else had one, the answer is no. Okay? The answer is just straight up no. We have here forcefulness, lack of direction, lack of self-control, powerlessness, aggression, coercion, being blocked by obstacles. So similar energy to yesterday of feeling like we're being blocked at every turn. That's because you are. You have people surrounding you that are blocking things. They're constantly in your way, whether intentional or not. And last one. Yeah, no obstacles will stop me now, right? So we're still in that journey towards not letting other people tell us how to live our lives. Working on it. Work in progress. It's very hard to just overnight stop requiring external validation when you've been doing it your whole life, you know? Very difficult. It usually takes time. Last one, Spirit, and then I will put the yes-no cards away. Last one for what is going on with the collective today. Yeah, more of that moving in silence. They're pretty loud about it. Yeah, 4422, especially if it relates to your security. Oh, are we having a hard time changing a perspective around partnerships? Last one, Spirit. Don't be shy. You're here for answers. Yeah, with flare-ups that I got from before of like chronic pain and stuff like that, that usually means that we're going through spiritual upgrades. So the healing work that you're doing is working, okay? It's working. So that's what happens when you're sick too. It's usually saying that you're going through spiritual upgrades. Someone might have a visitor. That's usually what happens when you itch your nose. Someone might have a visitor at some point. Hopefully one you actually want to have. Let's see. Come on, Spirit. Don't be shy. They came here for answers, not to watch me shuffle cards. What else is going on with the collective today? There we go. Okay, yeah, scarcity mindset. Yep. Similar to the vibes from yesterday. But, oh, it's in the reversed. Shedding the old, letting go of people, possessions, or issues, generosity, sharing, greed, and unwarranted fear of poverty. So yes, some of the scarcity mindset, but again, we are working on it. Getting rid of it. Interesting, right? So again, if you had a yes/no question, that's your answer. No, okay? Shedding the old, letting go of people. So yeah, like being around all these people is kind of like, okay, I don't want this in my life anymore. I'm out. Yep, especially if they involve strictness, prudishness, and people who try to force their values onto you. Okay? Especially if they're in this stinky energy. Yeah, that take all your motivation and enthusiasm away. No, absolutely not. Yeah, wasted talent and potential. No. Nope. Again, free will must be respected. Your choices are your own. You don't have to follow my advice. I think the cards are pretty clear that you're already aware what needs to happen. Thank you for the follows and for the likes, everybody. I do see you guys. I'm trying to stay focused on the message because otherwise I would just be chatting at y'all. I would be so distracted. All right. Who's wanting to talk today? I'm feeling the Steampunk Tarot wants to talk. Steampunk wants to talk now. But I have put my yes/no cards away, so I will not be doing those. And remember that tarot is very much more maybe coded. That's exactly right. Hello, hi Liz, welcome. Tarot is maybe coded. Even if you get a no or a yes, remember that it is not set in stone, it's not permanent. You are no problem. Have a beautiful night, okay, friend? It's more of a snapshot of your current energies, okay? If you continue on this path, this is what is likely to happen. You are still the author of your own destiny. You still hold the pen. You still have all the free will. You still have all the control. You can decide to pivot. You can decide to proceed depending on the information. Tarot is used as a tool for self-reflection. It is supposed to give you information so you can make more informed decisions, okay? So even if you get a yes and you don't like the answer yes, you can change it at any time, all right? Just letting y'all know. Because I know that there are some people who will get a yes answer and it will be to something they don't want a yes to, and they will let that cause them to continue down really toxic thinking patterns, choose really self-destructive habits, and ruin their lives. I don't want y'all to do that. That's not what tarot is for, okay? Ultimately, you have control over your life. Exactly, Andrea, yes. And you have the discernment, okay? If it does not vibe with you, it's not for you. You can leave at any point, all right? I have no control over your fate. I just know how to read these cards. I have studied for 6 years, so I am pretty strong in my knowledge of these cards. But ultimately, you have free will. You can use your own discernment. You decide if it's for you or not. Welcome back, Andrea. I've already put my yes/no cards away, friends, so I will not be answering those at this time, okay? But yes, I just want to let you guys know that, because I know that people come in here and they ask for yes, no's. I don't like them. I feel like they're kind of, they lead people into dark, not dark, but they lead people to forget that they're ultimately the author of their own destiny, you know? And we don't want that. That's not the point here. Number one rule in the universe is free will must be respected. Above all else. Thank you, Peter. So, we have our what? Why do they need to hear this at this time, Spirit? Why am I even in their face right now? Especially if they're already aware that they have people around them who don't really like them, who don't really mess with them, who are constantly squashing their creativity, and they want to break free, right? Why do they need me to tell them this? Thank you. Okay. Because we're trying to leave behind what doesn't make us happy. With the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Cups in reversed. Yeah, we're trying to leave behind what doesn't make us happy. Again, if you hear me sniffling, I might be sick, so I apologize, but we're just going to have to roll with it today. 2, 3, 4 as well. So you are on the correct path. This choice that you're making to leave behind these people, or whatever it is that is squashing your creativity, is correct. You are on the correct path. Yes. Tell me more on why they need to hear this at this time, Spirit. Give them their clarity. Hey there. Thank you. The High Priestess. Ooh, you're following your intuitive nudges. There's so much Scorpio here. So I already know you're following your intuition. You're already into the esoteric. You're already into the occult. You're already into the weird and the unusual, all right? And I know the Aquarius, there is some Aquarius vibes in here as well. So I already know you're weird and I love it, okay? Yeah. You're weird, I'm weird, especially if you've shown up here. You're my people. You're my degens. You're my weirdos. And I love y'all. If you see me, you've approached weirdo energy, okay? And you vibe with it, okay? It's not a, I'm here because brick by brick, you built it. Yeah. I'm here because you built your FYP brick by brick, and you're as weird as me. Yes. So I have very strong fire. I have very strong Scorpio, and I have seen some Aquarius in here. So I know that I have a lot of passion, I have a lot of motivation and creativity, and I have a lot of very intense feelings, a lot of passion, and I also have weird. Yes. Okay. You are following your intuition. You are trying to leave behind what does not bring you your emotional fulfillment, but we are currently feeling unmotivated, uninspired. Hello, Sagittarius friends. I told you fire sign was strong here. I'm a fire sign. Yeah, we're feeling very uninspired, unmotivated, down in the dumps, fatigued a little bit, right? This was the same card I just pulled earlier. Hesitant, missed opportunities, wasted talent and potential, especially in the crown chakra, our ideas. Yep, and there's that, all that fire sign energy, but I say, there it is. So that's where we're currently at. We're like, I want to leave stuff behind. I want to follow my intuition, but I just don't feel motivated. I don't feel inspired. I don't have any ideas. Could be some creative blocks as well. Because of all this conflict. There it is again. This constant, who has the biggest stick? It's a stick. Y'all calm down. Who has the best one? Oh Lord. Who has the best creative ideas? Who performs the best? Who's the best this? Who's the best that? Silly. Very competitive niches. Yeah, this might be my theatric group. Very competitive industry. Let's see. Tell me more on why they need to hear this at this time. Yeah, there's so much conflict. It's killing your creativity. 10 of Wands, too much burdens. Yeah, we want to get into our 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, so we're still carrying all these sticks. Remember how I said we were fighting over who had the biggest stick? You can drop 5 of them, lighten your load by half. Too much burdens. We want to be here. We want to be this beautiful 9 of Pentacles, the mini Empress, the one who follows her intuition. That falcon there, that's spirit. And this one doesn't have a blindfold, right? Spirit has a bird's eye view of our entire life. They know the path that our soul wishes to walk. It's their job to nudge us in the right direction while respecting our free will, right? They give us that guidance. We're in our garden full of our abundance. We're dressed really well, right? Living life, looking good. We're trying to get here, but we're so surrounded by not good energy. Yeah, people who don't want you to be in your 9 of Pentacles. That's so rude. There's that current energy. Yep, Knight of Cups. There's that romanticizing. The Knight of Cups. Here, I'll show you. That popped up earlier, right? Romantic proposals, offers, invitations, taking action, following your heart, right? An amiable, intelligent young person full of new ideas and proposals. Versus illusion, escapism, lies, someone with a fragile sense of identity and poor personal boundaries, all in the realm of personal expression. We're currently here in this in-between, right? This was in the in-between. Like, we want to go here. We want to pursue forward. We want to have a full cup. We want to run around. We want to be around people who encourage our self-expression, who encourage our creativity, who help us, like, heal our heart a little bit too. That's what we want. But we're right here. We're not quite there yet because we are still working through dealing with oppressive, tyrannical people. Unhealed Aries energy, very immature, very my way or the highway. Yeah. Trust me, I'm an Aries. I know our unhealed energy, okay? Very much. I stubbed my toe and now I'm gonna burn the whole store down. Yes, we want to leave behind the feeling of being pulled along by puppet strings, right? Yes. Not feeling like a slave to somebody else. This is giving entertainment industry. Pouring all of your hard work, pouring all of your fire and passion into someone who just takes, someone without a soul. That's annoying, but leaving it behind. This is also, the devil also represents self-sabotaging behaviors. Yeah, for real, ugh. The devil also represents self-sabotage. So it's surrounding yourself with these people, telling them your ideas, knowing that they're going to squash it or try to take credit for it, okay? That is a personal choice. We may not always be aware that we're choosing wrong, but we do have a tendency to get overexcited and share too much. Yes. And that's beautiful. It's beautiful to be passionate. It's beautiful to be excited. It's beautiful to want to tell people about your dreams and your ideas. But as I said, even unintentionally, people can accidentally squash your dreams. And it is usually in the form of well-intentioned advice. And it's always the same comment. I hear it so often. I've heard it often. That niche is oversaturated. You are 1 in 1,000. No one would really care to see yours. It's too competitive. Ooh. Yes. Don't do that. When people give you that advice, they're not always intending for you to kneecap yourself. Yes, that's absolutely right, Liz. There are some who do that. They do that maliciously. They do it specifically to take your ideas. And then there are people who do it because they've been told the same thing over and over and they think it is well-intentioned advice. Not realizing that what they're doing is planting self-doubt into your head so that you block your own dreams. Nothing against those people. They are just living the cycle. They're repeating the cycle of pain without even being aware. They're not awake. They don't know. And then there are some who are fully aware of that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You won't know if you're successful in something until you try. And even if it is oversaturated, right? You're here listening to me. There's billions of tarot readers. Why are you listening to me? I'm just a redhead wearing a little spooky outfit. That's it. That's my little niche. I'm a little weirdo. I didn't even think I would be doing this, but here I am. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, leaving behind that feeling of, thank you, leaving behind that feeling of, I always trip up on this, so I'm not going to use it. Being victimized, being bullied, feeling down in the dumps, feeling left out in the cold, feeling ostracized, right? We're getting rid of this. We're in the process of, instead of feeling like we have nowhere to go, that no one will support us, that we're always running away from our sanctuary, we're leaving it behind. We're working on it. See this little transition here? I always love it. I love seeing the transition, the little journey, right? When we get into this mode, we let go of this and turn it into this. We're currently working on that, right? Beautiful, beautiful. It's part of the when is enough enough. You know, when do you stop giving a flying flip about what they have to say? Knight of Pentacles, and when do you put in that determined effort, that discipline, that plugging in day by day, working hard? The Knight of Pentacles will always succeed. He's the Knight of Pentacles. He may be the slowest knight, but he is the one who moves with conviction. He is the one who moves with the energy of, he puts in the time, he puts in the resources, he puts in the work. He is the embodiment of the daily grind. You can count on the Knight of Pentacles always. Because even though he's young now, that consistent energy will lead him towards the King of Pentacles, towards the Queen of Pentacles, always. It's in the reverse where that doesn't happen, because he's going the wrong direction. He doesn't put any effort into it. But this is upright. As you make that transition, you will put in that effort. You will put in that discipline. You will show up, even when you're tired. It's giving, fuck your mood, follow the plan. Oh boy, that was literally what I said before this live, because I have been through it, y'all. And I was like, I should just cancel today's live. I'm like, no. I work Monday through Thursday, and I will show up on Thursday, even if I don't feel well. Yeah. I've done the fuck my plan, follow my mood. It has not served me ever. And I'm a fire water sign person, okay? I am passionate and in my feels. I'm either all in or I am not in. So I'm tempering that. I'm supposed to be getting into Capricorn energy. That's my North node. That's who I'm supposed to be. I'm not a Capricorn. I'm very much 6 million ideas started and I have not finished a single one. That's very much me. New passions, new things. Very, very loyal and stuff like that. But like when it comes to ideas, oh boy. Oh man, definitely one of those people that will burn themselves at both ends, and then when I get tired, I get overwhelmed, and then no. Yeah. No, you know what? That's just not for me. I'm moving on to the next thing. Yeah. Yep. I'm aware. I know. Like, no, I'm showing up. I'm showing up. Because the ones that I've ever gone into where I've been like, I'm going to do this because I'm inspired to do it and I'm going to give it everything I've got, has, oh my gosh, I fought this, by the way. I fought this tooth and nail. I was like, no, I'm a very shy person, very introverted. I know it doesn't seem that way, but I was like, I will not be a tarot reader. No, because people come for you. They always assume you're a scammer. They always assume you're nuts. They always assume that I'm out to get you, right? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want people thinking I'm some sort of punk-ass liar. That's not me. I don't want them thinking I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, you know? But spirits Everything I've tried has ended so badly for me, for my physical health and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, fine. Fine. But yeah, like, yeah, you find where your heart goes, you find it. And you're like, screw what people have to say. Screw what some people have to say. Who cares? Who cares if they don't like your ideas? Who cares if they tell you that you're not going to make it because everyone's done it before, it's tried and true. We haven't seen you yet. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I did. I fought it the whole way. Kicking and screaming. That's absolutely right, Peter. Once we start realizing, actually, I don't care. This is my meat suit. Why do I care about anybody else's meat suit? Do they pay my bills? No. Why do I care? And like, I have people who do show up to every live and I love them so much. I love them so much. Yes, you have music? I want to hear it. Page of Cups, follow your creativity. Yes, 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 yes. You're a creative person. If you have new ventures you want to go on, new journeys that involve matters of the heart, new creative projects, go for it. Don't kneecap yourself. Someone wants to hear your music. People love music. Who cares? Who cares if there's billions of... I'm listening to one, this channel I'm listening to is copyright-free music for shops. So that when I post stuff like this, I don't get in trouble and you guys get to hear some cool music. No one thought of that. That's cool. But like, someone had to think this up. Someone had to go through it, even though like they have the genres where it's like pop and things that people listen to all the time. There's billions of artists. So, yes. And people love art. People love art too. I'm telling you, there's a niche. You're someone's niche, all right? Even if it's a little bit, you're someone's niche. Internalized pain. That's what's holding us back. We have a wound. There's no such thing as being good at art. Now, I know that might be a hot take. What I mean is, art is subjective. As you practice, right, depending on your niche, you get better and better. I do, yes. As you, because I'm an artist, right? There were times where I thought I wasn't very good at art, but who cares? There are people who love my art. There are people who have paid for my art. And there will be people who pay for yours. There will be someone who looks at your art, even though you're like, oh, it's so gross, it's ugly, don't look at it. There will be someone who'll be like, I want that on my wall. You know? I'm not doing yes, no's at this time. I've already put that deck away, friend. But if they are someone who makes you feel like you have to prove yourself, if you feel like you have to chase them constantly and you have to prove that you're someone to them in order to gain their approval, no. Okay? I'm gonna just give you that, all right? You should never have to chase someone else. If they want you, they'll make it known. And if they're not making it known, if you don't feel wanted by that person, if they are not actively pursuing you, no, you deserve better, move on. And I'm sorry if that hurts. But I'd rather give you that now instead of you finding out 10 years from now. So yeah, King of Wands, trying to prove ourselves. Not at all. Everybody here is intuitive. All of you have the same senses as me. I just know how to tap into it and I know what it feels like. And also, Heal Hustle 101. Never put your art down. That is your creative self-expression. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't care if it's a stick figure. I don't care. It's beautiful. I am sure it's beautiful, okay? Right now, we're trying to prove ourselves. We're still stuck in this internalized pain around proving ourselves to somebody. Could be a father figure, like I said. And it's related to a lot of manipulation. Manipulation, lies, deceit. So it's how we deceive ourselves. We want to, we have this past thing with people where we're trying to prove ourselves, but it's never enough. There's always a new thing. There's always a new bar. Yeah. And as you said, Peter, no, it's not weird at all. You guys are all tapped in. You have your own intuitive senses. You can tap in at any point, just like I do. It's just a matter of learning how to understand what it is. Thank you. Okay, so if you feel my energy, awesome. Congratulations. Hopefully it's not too chaotic. Someone here has a stomach ache. But yes, that's where we're currently at. We're still healing those wounds around those types of things, around gossip, lies, melodramas, around us being not capable as a king of wands. Yep, when I'm tuned in on live, I tap into every single one of y'all's energy. Yeah, and that influences our happiness, our inner child. The sun is all about the inner child. It's all about our inner happiness, our joy, our optimism, right? This healing, this wounding has impacted our happiness. And we replay those memories, those words, in order to hurt our own heart. That's where we're at. We're still working on that. So that's why you're having this, that's why you have this tendency to tell people your ideas, because you are used to people doing this, so you accidentally perpetuate the same cycle. Yes, there's a clear need for discernment, a clear need for boundaries here. 3 of Pentacles, yes. Around the people we work with, around the people we surround ourselves with. Okay? Which you're aware of. You're aware of it. This is just confirmation. Like I said, that aggro charm, they will always come for the person who's shining the brightest. Every time. Every time. And you want to know why? Because you are a source of limitless light, limitless creative passion, limitless fire. They see you shining, they see how confident you are, and it irks them. They want it. It either triggers their own inner demons, and they go, well, if they're that way and they bring forth their dreams, I have no excuse on why I haven't done it, and I don't like it, so I'm going to squash it. Or, I want that for myself, so I want to find every way I can in order to exploit it. Yes. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, 3 Pentacles. Okay. So that directly correlates with the opportunities that come to us, right? We want this. New opportunities. New opportunities towards our little garden here. Because again, we're trying to get into our 9 of Pentacles energy. We're trying to get into the garden so we can be here. Living, vibing, having a great time. But we need to work on this wound. That's what we need to work on. I'm sorry. No one wants to hear it. No one wants to hear it. We've got to heal that wound first. No one wants to hear it. We want to skip to the end part. That's not how it works, friend. Because if we skip the healing part, we easily fall back into getting hurt the same way because we didn't learn the lesson. Yep, I know. All my fire signs just collectively went, ugh. I know. Yes. We feel stuck because we're under the illusion that we have no control. You always have control. You're the author of your life. You decide where you go and how you go. It's when we decide that it's when we decide that we no longer have control, we start giving our power away to other people. Okay? You don't need to do that. Call it back. Pull back your energy. Stop telling them stuff. Pour that energy into you. Yep, we're recognition, getting your flowers, getting your flowers. Yep, getting your flowers. I want my parade. I want my recognition. I want my people. I want the people who clap for me. Hi, R. I told y'all I have regulars and I love them to pieces. R is one of them. We're wanting this. Yeah, you know me, it's too late and I should be in bed, but here I am. We're here, we're thriving, we got it. We want our flowers, but we have to go through the healing. I told you, whenever I see these sideways, I'm gonna show y'all. Whenever I see this, that tells me that's our current journey. We have so many journeys we're going through, huh? Going after the new art projects. Going through healing that internalized pain around people who have gossiped and stabbed us in the back, around having to prove ourselves, which has hurt our happiness, around people we work with, and going towards new opportunities in order to get our recognition. I said what I said. I said what I said. I love when the cards line up exactly with what I said. Beautiful. They're just as likely to drag me on live, so you know. Yes, you can. You absolutely can, R. Look into, I just found them yesterday, and I'm so mad because I don't have it written down, but you can look up Glamour. No, I remember it now. You can look up Glamour Spell by House of Hecate. HAUSOFHEKATE. Look up different songs. That's just a starting point, right? If you're specifically looking into glamour spells, that's one of them. Music can absolutely be used for manifestation. Yes, absolutely. If you are someone who loves music, you can use it. It's a form of affirmation. It's a form of subliminal. You can absolutely use it. And if you sing along with it, you are using your own voice to command those things into existence. All right? So you're utilizing your own power, your own throat chakra in order to call it forth. And tap it in, yeah. There we go. I will, after the live, please message me. I will send you some recommendations. I think you'll align with them pretty good. Yes, I love singing bowls. Thank you for the follow and the likes. I appreciate y'all. This has been a fun live. You're welcome. You know I got you. So let's see. Yeah, if you're someone who likes music, especially if you're trying to make music, think about it. Paid to exist is beautiful. Yes, I know that one. Tell me more on why they need to hear this at this time. Because we all want our flowers, we all want our parade, we all want people to tell us that we're doing a good job, that we are the creator that we are talented, that we are successful. We want that. Very normal thing to want. But first you have to give it to yourself, because otherwise you'll be you're giving your power away to other people and putting all of that into your self-worth. And we don't do that. Well, there you go. Beyonce is a very powerful manifester. She is. I don't always agree with her on the things she does, like I do with most celebrities, but I will admit and respect that she is extremely good at manifesting. She's tapped in. She knows what she's doing. Let's see. Why else? Why else? Woo! Did a whole flip. Another sideways. The Hermit. Ooh. That introspection, that need for introspection. That is true, yes. I do listen to some of her songs every now and again, but I do believe that she does the same thing. Usually if you're someone who manifests really well and you use music, it's a way to give back to the community as well. I agree, yes. So the Hermit talks about shining a light on our inner darkness, showcasing the things we need to heal. A spotlight, if you will. It also can represent going solo, being by yourself while you work through these wounds, right? Being a bit more private with your life in order to work on the internal aspects of yourself. And in the reverse, it's like popping off, showing up, being out more, those types of things. All right, so we're in that in-between. In that in-between, I don't know whether you started here or whether you started here, but we are currently in between. In between. Oh, I saw the Queen of Swords. I love the Queen of Swords. That's one of my cards. I wonder if she'll come out. Tell me more, Spirit, on why they need to hear this at this time. I'll do 2 more for this and then I will move on, because my lives are already long as hell. I don't know, I can't do short lives. I've tried. Nope, I just gotta commit. I gotta commit and be here for forever. They're always so long. I often wonder if people like that, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Ace of Cups in the reversed. Yeah. No new friends. No new friends. Blocking relationships. Yeah, we're at this point where we're kind of blocking relationships and we're not going after those new creative things. I know you. I see you in my feed are. When do you sleep? Not that I have any room to talk. We're blocking a little bit of our creative ventures. When it comes to the ace, it's always about new opportunities being presented. So whenever an opportunity to start new creative things comes in, we block it. We block it. Probably because of these punk ass people. Well, let's be for real. I will go to sleep, I promise. My sleep is crazy right now, and like every time I think I'm good, I go through another crazy sleep thing. I don't know. My kiddo is on the spectrum, so I go off of his sleep schedule, and then I have my own issues, I guess. I don't know. I also have the spicy brain. Yeah. Whenever your sleep schedule changes drastically, that also, so like being sick, flare-ups in the realm of chronic pain, and sleep schedule changing dramatically so that you're like up all night, those are usually shifts in your energy. They're usually energetic upgrades. You're usually purging things. Yeah, I also suffer through chronic pain, so I got you. Now, I work with specific deities who rule the nighttime, who rule the dream space, so if I'm going through a period of insomnia, I know that means that I am purging a lot. So, thank you. But, yeah, like that's what that means. When your sleep schedule changes drastically, that's usually you purging things and going through upgrades. It doesn't always make sense. That's fine. If you're not super tapped in, you're not going to notice. That's all right. It doesn't mean you're not going through it. Just because you're not aware and you don't believe doesn't mean it's not happening. Oh boy. It's like we didn't used to believe in amoebas, yet they still persist, right? Same thing. Tell me more. I said 2 more cards. 1, 2, 3, yes. Steps on the path. Steps on the path. Yes, like I said, you're on the right path. This desire to leave these things behind is correct. You are following your intuition. You're following your nudge. You're listening. You're listening, especially if you've been sick, especially if you've had flare-ups, and especially if you've had insomnia. You are on the right path towards those reciprocal relationships. 1, 2, 3 means that progression. It means you are on the right path. 1 represents new beginnings, 2 represents reciprocity and balance, and 3 represents collaboration and communication. If you see numbers counting up, that means that you are heading in the right direction towards something. It means building momentum. Yes, on our way. So if you're seeing that, you're going the correct way. Whatever you're thinking is the right thing to be thinking. It's basically spirit nudging you. It's kind of like the oracle poll I pulled today. Once you start learning how spirit talks to you and you clue in on their language, you realize they never shut up. Reciprocity. Remember how I said no new friends? We're blocking things. We're blocking the people, the creative projects that pour back into us. So it could be that we may also be blocking new creative things that are healing to us because we feel like we're not worthy of it. Oh, that's beautiful. That could be how he talks to you, right? My grandmother was born on March 30th, so whenever I see her number, I know it's her. Every time. It also relates to somebody else, so when I see it, I recognize both those energies. But I'm telling you, once you start tuning in, once you start paying attention, you'll realize they don't shut up and they're always talking. They never stop talking. But I love it. They're sassy and they're fun, always. They're always so much fun. Especially my guys. They are some tricksters. They are some fun people. And I don't mean tricksters like manipulative. I mean like they'll hide your car keys and think it's hilarious. Yeah, you're right, Liz. They don't. They never shut up. They're always talking. Especially if you tap into clairaudience, you'll be hearing random voices in your head. Know that you don't have schizophrenia or anything like that, but you'll just start hearing random songs playing in your head and you'll be like, why? And it's a message. But I won't get into that. That's where people start thinking you're crazy. You have to tap in to get it, okay? That's how I tap into things. Like the channeled songs I got for the Phantom of the Opera, well, all I heard was the freaking, the Phantom of the Opera is there inside my mind, over and over and over and over and over and over. Like, okay, what? Why? Yes. Yes, I told you. Scorpio. This is my occultic group. These are the people who are tapped in. Y'all know. Y'all know what it's like to see ghosts, to hear ghosts, to talk to ghosts. I'm telling you. You know. You probably have some crazy stories from your childhood and everyone told you were just imagining stuff or had imaginary friends. No, you didn't. You were talking to spirits. Especially as kids. Kids are so tuned in, it's crazy because they don't have the wounds from everyone around them telling them that that's crazy talk, okay? My childhood was nuts. You kidding me? I said stuff to adults that I shouldn't have known. I should not have known that information, but my spirit team is a bunch of tattletales and they know it. They tell me everything. I know stuff I shouldn't be knowing. Beautiful. Me too. I'm also big into that stuff. Yep. We're deading the confusion. So that's also what we're doing. It is strange, but there's nothing wrong with it. Being weird is cool. At least in my opinion. I don't really know why people want to be normal, or even what normal is. Why would you not want to talk to people you're dearly departed? Why would you not want to hear from them? I can understand if they were a bad person, you could tell them to F off, and they'll go away. But like, if it's the people you really want to hear from, if it's the pets you really want to see, why would you tell them to not talk to you? That doesn't make sense. But yes, we're blocking some aspects of ourselves, some things that will bring healing, some relationships that would actually be very healing to us at this time, because we're trying to put an end to confusion, right? Yes, everybody has the ability to tap into that stuff. A lot of people think that you have to be specifically gifted. No. There are some who have an easier time tapping in, yes, but everyone has the capability of doing so. Just because I can see, talk to, and hear spirits doesn't mean you can't. I just know how to do it. From a lifetime of being traumatized by them. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful, Liz. See, I don't know if I can do that, because the minute I see, like, there are some things that if I see it, I will have a huge problem with it. But I respect the heck out of that. Yes, that's right, or that's kind of what it feels like. That's kind of what it is. When you pray, you're asking advice. It's the same thing, you're having a discussion. Oh, I'm tapping into, oh goodness, let me explain myself. We have our why, and I'm going into what you even need to do about it. So first and foremost, Liz, big shout out to you. That is beautiful. You are stronger than me, friend. I am so glad that you do that for them. They so deserve it. They deserve that closure. They deserve that clarity, them and their families. That is a beautiful thing to do. So much respect. So let's get into what they even need to do about this at this time. Yeah. That would be hard for me. I have a lot of trauma around certain things that would be in cold case investigations. So even though I love that kind of stuff, even though I love detective work and thought about it at one point, it's just, it would ruin me. That would hurt me quite badly. And can I just say, the dead don't know they're creepy. They really don't. They don't know. So if they scare you, they don't mean to. They really don't. There are some who do. You can tell them to F off. You can sage them out of their house. Not always sage. You can use other protective herbs, but you can get them out, okay? Yeah. But like, they are not always aware that they're being creepy. Some of them forget that they were human once. And that it could be really creepy. Some of them also are not aware that you need privacy. You have to remind them. Because to them, you just look like a light being, so they're not always aware of what you're doing. But that's a whole different video. Thank you. This is the Mythos Tarot by Helena Elias. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the pocket edition. I'm not sponsored. I love her art. These are deities I work with. She did them justice. Beautiful artwork. I want to get the full version someday. And I am not bridge shuffling this because that would be so disrespectful to them. Which is crazy because I bridge shuffle a lot of my decks, but this one, they have deities' faces on them, so I just... I don't feel comfortable bending their faces. Yeah, exactly. They do not know. You have to remind them, right? You have to be like, okay, do not interact with me when I'm in the bathroom. Do not interact with me when I am changing. Do not interact with me when I am doing personal things with other people. Don't do it. Yeah. Okay. What do they need to do about this at this time, Spirit? And I saw your question. I'm not doing yes, no's at this time. If you want a personal reading, I'll offer that at the link in my bio. Feel free to check that out. Think of the 4D this way. The 5D is where all of the limitless possibility is. It's where creativity lives. The 4D is kind of like the midway point. It's the in-between. It's where things build. They start building momentum, and the 3D is where it comes into fruition. Okay, so a lot of spirits will hang out in the 4D because it's kind of like a... I've had dreams with it. It's kind of like a meeting hub. It's where you can interact with things. So it's like a very Silent Hill type of place. It's very foggy. It's like a road. At least that's how it shows itself to me. And spirits will just evaporate into existence and speak to you there. It's the same thing with manifestations. First, it has to be brought from the 5D, from the limitless potential, from the delusion, from the creativity, and be pulled into the 4D to gather the energy to then become corporeal and manifest in reality. And it's okay if you don't believe me. That's just my personal, that's what I've been shown. So you can look it up, you can search for yourself, read your books, do the research, I encourage it. Especially if you're interested in that stuff. Be comfortable with reading books. I'm not doing yes, no questions at this time. If you want a personal reading, I offer that link in my bio. Thank you. And thank you for the follows and for the likes. I appreciate y'all. So what do they need to do about it at this time? Obviously, we still have that message of not telling people your business. We're still in the mental prison. Oh, hello! Hello, my fellow kin. Leave the mental prison. That's where we're stuck. We use our own thoughts and words to hurt us. How are you speaking to yourself? How are you thinking about yourself? Once you realize how you're talking to yourself, you can take your power back. It starts with you. People treat you how you treat you. Generally speaking, right? There's some people who just have beef to have beef. But the majority of people will subconsciously mirror back your own personal relationship with yourself to you. Okay? So if you are telling yourself all the reasons why you suck, why you can't do anything, why you're not creative enough, why you're not enough for things, people will subconsciously pick up on that. Because we are always picking up on each other's energies, our bubbles are always in each other's business. Yes. We are mirrors of ourselves. Seven of Cups. Yep. We're still in that energy, right? How long? I usually like to spend a weekend with them. Yeah, I usually like to give them time. I take them with me everywhere. I have them sleep next to me. Oh, friend, no, I don't do that. Do not put your personal details in the chat. No, don't do that. No one needs your business. No one needs your phone number, okay? I am not your reader. Right now, we need to decide, right? We need to learn how to choose with just our intuition. Choose with your eyes closed. And believe in yourself. Believe in your own intuition. Believe in your own discernment. Like normally I would not tell someone to go away, but if you're putting your phone number for people to text you in a public space, that makes me very uncomfortable as a reader, and it's fine if you keep scrolling. I'm not your reader. Yeah, your personal business should remain yours, okay? If you want a personal reading, I offer it at the link in my bio. It's not clickable. But your personal business should remain yours. Your personal details should remain yours. Thank you. And step into your power, okay, friends? All right, so get comfortable with not knowing the outcome of your choice. Get comfortable with following your own discernment. Get comfortable with making the choice and standing on business. As I told you, the King of Wands does not need everyone to tell him he's the King of Wands. He's just the king. He just shows up and he does the things, all right? He doesn't need to prove to everyone that he's the king. He just shows up and he does. That applies no matter what you identify as, all right? A ruler is a ruler. They don't need everyone else to tell them what to do. This is your meat suit. This is your life. You're the boss of your life. You hold the key. You hold the pen. You don't need everybody else telling you what to do. Stand on it. Make your choice and stand on it. Point blank, period. It's okay to weigh the pros and cons. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, countdown. It's okay to weigh the pros and cons. It's okay to feel unsure, but make your choice and stand on it, all right? If it doesn't work out, that's fine. You still learned the lesson. You still got the experience. Now you know which way not to go, and you can proceed forward. It doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean it was the wrong choice. You learned a lesson. And now you can take that experience forward. Like, oh, okay, that wasn't for me. Cool. Moving on. We're here for so long, yet we act like we have to figure everything out and do everything perfectly in order to be worth existing. What are you talking about? The only way to fail at life, I say this all the time, the only way to fail at life is to be dead. So why are you making it so hard? Have fun while you're here. Enjoy the ride. Yes, it's bumpy. Yes, there's twists and turns. Yes, sometimes we get thrown off the whole roller coaster. But we're supposed to be enjoying ourselves. Life is not about suffering. It's not about it's not about answering all the choices correctly. You're welcome, friends. Sleep well. Again, if you ever want to see the rest of the reading, get a summarized version, and get advice, I post the videos on my profile after the live, so you never have to miss it. If not, that's fine. Sleep well. Sleep well. Yes, what else do they need to do at this time? Three of Pentacles in the reversed. That's interesting, because that's the energy of not working with people. So I want a clarification on that. Sorry for bumping, y'all. I want a clarification on that. Thank you. For once, yeah, don't work with the people who give you this. Hello? Hey, Chris? So, stop working with the people who put you in this shaky foundation, who make you feel unstable. Yeah, where's that 4 Wands at? The community, right? Unhappy families, postponed, canceled reunions, leaving home, a pause to relax, narrow-mindedness, disapproval. Stop working with the people who disapprove of you, who are narrow-minded, and who refuse to work with you. Don't work with them. Okay? Yeah. You don't have to isolate yourself, but pay attention to people. Pay attention to how you feel around people. If you are drained after every conversation, if every conversation leaves you feeling powerless, less than, stop talking to them. Yeah. Stop talking to them. Stop giving them your ideas. Judgment. Wake up call. This is your wake up call, friends. Yeah. This is the wake up call. That's Athena, the goddess of wisdom, the goddess of war. The goddess of strategy. This is the wake-up call. Making judgment calls. Who is and who is not for you. Who is helping you and who is not helping you. Love to hear that, man. I love to hear it. It is crazy to see someone I know in my chat. Love it. Thank you for being here. Yep, because we're currently in our Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight in the deck. They go forward with reckless abandonment. They are full of passion. They are full of motivation. They are full of desire, right? I'm going to get what I want, right? No matter what, I'm going to make it happen. They don't even think about it. They are so reckless. But sometimes that works, right? Oh, love to hear that. Well, thank you for supporting me, man. In the reverse, that's someone who steps on people along the way. It's like achieving your goal at all costs, no matter who we burn along the way. We need to be careful of these people who do that while maintaining, have the people who are full of this passion and make sure you're also moving with this passion. Now, I know that there was a caution of moving recklessly, so remember to not move recklessly, but remember to keep your motivation. Yes, exactly, they do. I don't know how. I'm so glad for y'all, because I can't. No, I need a plan. Yeah, and stop agonizing over stuff. Leave the nightmares behind. This is the god of nightmares. Phobos. This is the god of nightmares. You see how the swords are stabbing his mind? Using your own thoughts and your own words to perpetuate pain, internalized pain, to ruminate, to continue the thought process, to continue to berate ourselves. Leave it behind. Leave it behind. You don't gotta carry that. You don't gotta repeat what someone else said to you in your own voice. What are you doing? You don't need to be your own bully. You don't need to be doing that, okay? What people say about you is their opinion, all right? It's not a fact. I don't care how many people say it. I don't care if God himself says it. I don't care. I don't care. Because let's all be for real. Let's all be so for real. Source, the universe, would never descend from the clouds and say, you're a piece of shit. They would never. They would never. That's not even the point of them helping us. Their whole point is to help us choose ourselves. Their whole point is to help us get to where we want to go. We told them what we wanted to do when we were born, right before we were born. We told them where we wanted to go. We told them how we wanted to live. We told them how we wanted to choose ourselves in this lifetime. And their whole job is to assist us in that process while respecting our free will. You really think they would come down here and be like, you ain't shit? What? Maybe if they're being funny, but never. Thank you. Thanks for being here. The same to you. The same to you, man. May the All-Father give you wisdom. And temperance. Yes. Balance it out, okay? With Artemis. Balance it out. Find your balance. Exactly, Peter, yes. Find your balance. It's okay to have your passion. It's okay to have your motivation. All right? It's okay to run forward. It's okay to charge after your goals. It's okay to be confident in yourself and to be creative. All right? Find your balance. You don't have to be reckless about it. You can still make plans. You don't have to step on people in order to get where you need to go. You don't need to worry about those people. You don't need to take what they say to heart. Find your balance. What else do they need to do at this time? Thank you. Which way? Upright. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Lovely. With the Fool. Beautiful. Beautiful energy. Big life changes. All right, friend, it's time for you to stop thinking that you have bad luck. No, you don't. It's time for you to stop thinking that. The Wheel of Fortune here is telling you you own your luck. We're just in Jupiter retrograde. You're just in Jupiter retrograde, okay? There's a long-standing family wound around luck, abundance, and wealth. Remember, the wheel always turns. What goes up must come down. What is down must come up. If you're going, it has to. There must be periods of time where we are going through hard lessons in order to continue to gain the wisdom to proceed forward, to bring more abundance into our life. Without bad times, there are no good times. And without good times, there are no bad times. That brings that new beginning. The Fool is all about walking right off the cliff with no idea what's underneath. Especially with Pan. Pan here. He's all about whimsy. This man is a menace. If you know about Pan in Greek mythology, this is a menace. He is a menace of a person. And I mean that so respectfully, right? He is the whimsy, playing his little flute, being a menace, chasing after nymphs. Yes, with Demeter here as well. Go to the new beginning, towards your luck. Stop telling yourself you have bad luck. You're creating more bad luck by telling yourself you have bad luck, okay? You're the author of your life. Stop speaking more bad into your life. 3:30 just popped up. Yep, I know I'm right. Thank you, Grandma. Stop telling yourself that. The way you speak on your life, the way you think of yourself will create more of your reality. So speak positivity into your life. Yes. You can still feel your feelings. I am not telling you to spiritually bypass. I am not telling you to do toxic positivity. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to slap a bitch if they say something wrong. Please don't actually slap people, okay? I meant that figuratively. But really, it's okay to have your feelings. Spirit's not expecting you to be love and light 24/7. How on earth would you live? Yes, just don't condemn yourself. Just because you're having a rough time does not mean your entire rest of your life is going to be hard, okay? We go through seasons. They're lessons. They're here for growth. If everything was dipped in gold, then baby, you would never grow. That is not my quote. That is Taylor's quote. That's Victasia Taylor. Okay, that's her quote. You can find her on here and on YouTube, right? Fantastic reader. She goes by Tarot Wit Tay. All right, you go check her out. But that is her intro song. If everything was dipped in gold, if everything was dipped in gold, then baby, you would never grow. Everything's sweet and sugar coated for life, right? Page of Cups. There it is again. Yeah. Now, I don't know where she got it from, but that's where I heard it from, right? And she's also an Aries and she's also lit. Okay. Page of Cups. Embrace your inner child. Get creative. We keep seeing this call to embrace our creativity, to chase after those new creative ventures, to get back into that childlike wonder, to that childlike innocence. This is the goddess of youth. If you are always following your creativity, if you are always following your inner child, you will literally age backwards. You will become younger and you will become brighter because you will be healing yourself. That's the secret to eternal youth, by the way. Loving yourself ferociously and listening to your inner child. If you want to do art therapy, if you want to go paint, if you want to do pottery, do it. 333, Archangel Michael. I'm telling y'all, it's the secret. It's the secret sauce. And the moon. Ooh. 3 of Wands. Ooh. Make plans, even if we're not sure how it's going to turn out. Deja vu, that means you've been here before. Beautiful. That means you just stepped into a new timeline. You just aligned. That 333 is still strong here. Beautiful. I love to hear that. It means that you have shifted. The new moon in Capricorn will be important to you then. It's on January the 18th. That will be the time for you to manifest, okay? If you're feeling deja vu, then January 18th, the new moon in Capricorn, I want for you, whatever you're wanting to do in your life, I want for you on the new moon to fully commit to that, okay? I'm telling you, you'll step into it. Deja vu is always a sign that you have integrated a timeline. You have stepped into a new thing. Okay? Yes. And new moons are the time to do big manifestation stuff, okay? That is the perfect time for it. Full moons are more for purging, releasing things, but new moon is when you manifest. I mean, if you're a chaos witch, you just do it whenever and it works because that's how your magic works, but you know, in general, new moon, full moon. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. There you go. Chaos. Yeah, the truth will be chaotic. It may throw you for a loop. Even if you don't necessarily know where you're going, it may, like, even if you're seeking clarity, even if you're seeking that stuff, sometimes the truth will upend things, but that's not always bad. Clarity will set you free. Yes. Moonwater, yes. Someone here is so pretty. That short black hair and those striking eyes. Gorgeous. The Two of Swords. Clarify that, Spirit. I doubt you're telling them to be indecisive. Can you clarify this Two of Swords in reverse for me, please? Can you clarify for me, please? What is this about? Because I doubt you would tell them to be indecisive. That doesn't make sense. Okay, now we're being a little chaotic here. Oh, so okay, yeah, like I just said, the truth may make things really chaotic, may make you feel indecisive, but let's clarify this Two of Swords in reverse and see what they mean by that. Don't be shy now. Thank you. 6 of Cups. Ooh, okay. Okay. If you ever find yourself stuck in analysis paralysis or being indecisive, it's okay to take the good memories with you. Just because you have good memories with things doesn't mean you have to hold on to them forever, right? Also, go with the things that bring you nostalgia. And I don't mean like take your shitty ex back, okay? I mean like if you used to play the Atari and it brought you a lot of joy, do it. Do it. If you need to do that in order to gain that clarity, tap into that. If you ever get into a point where you're facing this kind of thing, the best way for you to move forward is to tap into things that put you back in your childlike energy, because that will give you the ability to make those decisions. You're welcome. And I keep itching the right side of my nose. So I know it's involving the masculine energy. That is so strong. That go-getter energy. Oh, yep. Watch being overly cutting with your words as well. With the Page of Swords in reverse, that's often like being closed-minded, harsh communication, not quite as harsh as a Queen of Swords or King of Swords reversed, but it's like passive-aggressive remarks, those types of things. Using your words to cut people just a little bit, little paper cuts. Don't do that, and watch for people who do that. Watch for the people who watch in the dark and always have something to say. These little aggro people who always have beef, right? Always watching in the dark, watching in the shadows, watching everything you do, copy pasting, and then wondering why you're the one with all the energy. Yeah. Aw, follow your sun. Yes, follow the sun. Do it. Do it. Follow what makes you happy, all right? Follow what makes you happy. Do it. Oh, that reminds me of Emperor Palpatine. Do it. Let me be the little devil on your shoulder. Do it. Yes. I will always be the chaotic gremlin that encourages you to go after the thing that you're like, I shouldn't because, you know, XYZ, I will never make it, blah, blah, blah. You know, all the reasons we tell ourselves why we can't be happy. And I will always be the person that goes, knock the glass over. Like the cat. That will be me. Knock it over. Flip the table. Assert your dominance. Ace of Wands. Yes. And go forth with motivation. Follow your motivation. Follow passion's lead. Follow your spark. Okay, tap into your inner child. Go with the things that bring you that comforting nostalgia, that get you back into that imaginative, creative mind, that bring you those feelings. And that will give you your spark back. That will bring you your beautiful wish come true. That will bring you your happiness. Amphitrite is the goddess of the ocean. She's not like Poseidon. Poseidon is more storms and the wrath of the ocean. She is the deep. She is the deep waters. She is the calm of the ocean, the tranquility of the ocean, right? That's where we need to be. That is where we will be led. We will be led to this. Getting our wishes, getting our spark back, getting our happiness. This is some bomb energy right here. Yes, friend, you've tagged me. What do you need? Let's do 2 more, and then I'll get into recap and go into Advice Oracle. I have held y'all hostage for long enough. I'm just kidding. Yep, we're guarded. Popping off. Okay. So we are still guarded, but this also gives me the, like, having boundaries vibe. The Empress. Okay, I hear you. Got it. We've got the Emperor and we've got the Empress here. Got you. This is like having those boundaries. Thank you for the follow. I've already done the yes/no tarots. I will not be answering that at this time. If you want a personal reading, the link is in my bio, okay? Having boundaries. We don't want to be so overguarded that we never let anybody in, because she is wounded. She's been through it. She's been through the ringer, okay? Especially in regards to her creativity. Wands is all about motivation, creativity, desire, and willpower, right? We have had a lot of not so fun experiences in this department. But this is also a call to maintain your boundaries. Now, this is like refusing to leave something behind that we've put a lot of time, effort, and energy into, which I thought was interesting. And there's also a hint of isolationism with beautiful Harry's. Oh, I love him. But it's also like, if I look at what I have here leading up to that, especially with the Empress right after that, which is like a super wonderful energy to be in, this is telling me that when we tap into the energy of utilizing our childlike nostalgia and bringing that spark back in order to help us navigate choices in life, follow our happiness, follow passion's lead, bring forth our wishes. That also tells us to maintain our boundaries, right? Do not be afraid to leave things behind. Do not resist leaving things behind. It doesn't matter how long you've known them. It doesn't matter how long they've been in your life. It doesn't really matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. If it's not serving, leave it behind. Okay? It doesn't make you evil or anything like that. Be careful of over-isolating at this time as well. Look, it's fine to cut people off. It's fine to go shine a light on ourselves and to do internal healing. But there is a point where we make our walls so high and we cut so many people off that we are now in a tower that we can't escape from. You know? Then we've built a whole new prison for ourselves. So remember to come out. Okay? Not everyone out there is going to hurt you. There are billions of people on this planet, and just because you've had a pattern of running into the bad ones does not mean that's the entirety of the human race. Okay? Yeah. I understand. I do the same thing. Going inside and doing that kind of work is fine, but you have to go outside every now and again. You have to be around people. You have to, okay? You have to remember that people are out there who are willing to help you. You're engaging with me. I am here to help you, right? You still need people. Find a way to bring that social into your life, to give yourself that healing bit of energy around other people, however you feel comfortable in doing so. Just also remember to go outside. You're welcome. Even if that's just like going to a park and being around people but not talking. Like, be around people. See people in the positive ways that they exist in order to give yourself hope in humanity. Yeah, touch some grass. Don't over-isolate. Don't stay inside for too long, because that can also be poisonous to the mind and the soul and the spirit. And that will lead you to that victory into the Empress energy. Because first we go towards the thing. First we want the thing. First we desire the thing and put in the energy and the desire for it. Then we must get comfortable in receiving the thing. That's the part where everyone gets tripped up. 99% of people don't feel comfortable receiving the thing they asked for. They go, oh, I don't deserve it. I didn't earn it. Be quiet. Respectfully. Why don't you deserve what you want wants you? If you called it forth into existence, take the gift. You brought it into existence. You did enough. You existed, you breathed, you did the healing work. Why wouldn't you deserve it? It's in front of your face. Take the gift. Don't refuse the gift. What are you doing? Be comfortable with receiving, okay? Be comfortable with it. You don't need to prove, like I said, we're not in this, I need to prove. Yeah, you gotta wait too. Yeah. You also have to get comfortable with trusting that it will come to you. Because a lot of times when we're impatient, it's because we feel like we are incapable of getting it. We get antsy and we start thinking, well, it's not here yet, so it's not coming. No. You called it forth, it will come. Believe that, and it will come. The more that you wait for it, the more you check on the, it's like consistently checking on the tracking status of your package. Every time you check on it, you're telling it it's not meant to be here yet. Why is it not here yet? So it stays in limbo. Because you're telling it it's taking too long. Oh, it's not here yet, it's not here yet, it's not here yet. No. It's here. It's here now. And it will come faster. Okay? I know, I understand. I am also incredibly impatient. I got you. But that is something we must learn. We must learn first how to call it forth, and then we must learn how to wait to receive it. And then when it gets here, we must be comfortable taking the thing we asked for. Instead of saying, well, how did I earn it? What do you mean? It's here. Stop asking trivial questions. Take the thing. Take it. You're fine taking all of the negativity you spew into your life. Why are you not okay taking the positivity? What do you need to do? You know? What you ask yourself when you answer this question. What do I actually need to do to earn happiness in my life? What do I need to be doing? You're perfectly willing to be an emotional punching bag for everyone who happens to have a bad Thursday. But when you actually put in the work and go towards your goals and start healing yourself, you don't deserve your own happiness? What are you talking about? Yeah, you do. What are you doing? Most people don't even do this. Most people don't even realize that they have a problem. They just go through life blind and oblivious to everything. You've done enough. Okay? Believe in yourself. So, I'm being called to go into the Oracle Advice cards. But first, before I do that, I always put a summarized video for the people who cannot make my lives because I am up at crazy hours and I know y'all have lives. So I always do a little recap here and then I post that video along with the Oracle Advice on my TikTok, okay? On my YouTube, all of it, all right? For anybody who missed it, who wants to see it. So all I ask is your patience. You don't have to lift a finger, you don't have to do anything. I ask for your patience while I go over this little recap and then we'll move straight on in and then I'll release you to the wilds, okay? So, thank you for your patience. That's the recap, friends. Let's get into that advice oracle. I've had you here for so long, my goodness. But I really appreciate your patience. Thank you if you're still here. Thank you for all of your likes, for being so patient and understanding. And let's get into it. I'm not gonna make this perfect. I'm just gonna move it out of the way. And if anybody needs grounding energy, like a quick little boost, have some peppermint. Just heard that. I'm gonna get into the spirit animal since I saw the elephant earlier. That seems important. Spirit animal deck. They have little animals on it and little sentences. I often think of them as good little guides, fruit for thought, food for thought. Something to digest as you proceed forward. So, Spirit, let's ease their fears, soothe their anxieties, bring them some calm and some peace. Anyone who is tuned into my live or my video or anywhere I post on the internet, I will answer that question in just a moment, Jess. Anybody that shows up here and sees my content, looks at my face, looks in my eyeballs, you will leave feeling lighter. I am taking that weight off of you right now. It's gone out the window in the trash can. There it goes. Bye-bye. Let's assuage their fears. Let's give them some clarity and help them along their journey. Okay? Let's give them some advice on their journey forward. Jess, and yes, Peppermint. Jess, I have been learning tarot for 6 years. I have been strange and unusual my whole life, but I have been doing the cards for 6 years now. This is the first year I've ever asked for money. 2025 is the first year I have ever asked for money to do readings. I've mostly done free readings. Never again. But yes, I've been doing it for 6 years. So, closing advice for my collective here today regarding the situation in their house of creativity and self-expression in Scorpio. Yes, I do. It is very draining, but I love it. I'm here to heal. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna take it serious. Fox Spirit. I'll notice my voice is going. That's fine. That's a side effect. I don't talk this much in my day-to-day life, so I'm gonna lose it. Fox Spirit. Oh, I love foxes. 27. Someone could be 27. Think on your feet. Yes, be adaptable. Be cunning. Foxes get such a bad rap. Thank you so much, Vivian. Foxes get a bad rap. Just like Scorpios. I love Scorpios. Foxes are often thought of as the tricksters, as manipulators. They can be. I mean, if you hear a fox laughing in the middle of the night, that's some creepy shit. But foxes are also very cunning predators. They're very cunning. They're also derpy. Love foxes. But anyway, think on your feet. Be adaptable, okay? Use that big, beautiful brain for other things. Speak positivity into your life. See all that beautiful red and orange, that sacral chakra and that root chakra? Thank you for the follow, friend. I really appreciate that. That's healing our inner stability, getting into that passion, getting into that creativity, right? And I love foxes. I'm gonna be so for real. I'm biased. I'm gonna own it. I love them so much. Yep. I identify with them the strongest. No, I don't like orangutans. I do, but not as much as I like foxes, okay? I know there are redheads like me. We're okay. We're on okay terms. But that is an aside for a different day. So, they're also very intelligent. So yes, there's definitely a call to be more purposeful with your mind, be more strategic with your mind. If you want a better life, if you want to call in better things, use it. You are a powerful manifestor. Your brain will call forth the life that you want. Your words, you are extremely powerful. Use it. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your butt. I'm being so for real. If you try it, you can go read all those self-help books. You can go do it. Science has proven it, okay? I am being so for real. You are so powerful. Let your words and your thoughts shape your reality, and you will see how powerful you are. Humans are here to create, so create. You can create your life. You don't have to just create with your hands. It is scary, but we're so busy being afraid, and we're so busy letting negativity into our life and speaking negativity into our life. Why not try the positive part? All you get is, either you get more of what you're used to, or you get pleasantly surprised. What's the harm in bringing better into your life? Why are you so afraid? Why are you so afraid of your life going well? That's something to self-reflect on, friend. Why are you so afraid of positive things? I can only smile. I am the same way. I promise you that, the whole freaking out, people pleasing, that was me forever ago. Been there, done that. Got the snow globe, got the trauma, got the t-shirt. I decided to just try, go for it, see what happens. Spirit really has your back. I don't know what that was. Spirit really does have your back. Yeah, let yourself go. Be free. Be free. It's okay, well, if I can bring all this negativity into my life, screw it. I'm a millionaire. I'm going to win the lottery. Let's see what happens. But think on your feet. I'm going to win the lottery, and I'll have the discipline and the wisdom to keep it. To keep it and make it grow. There you go. Get into it. Get into it. If you want to manifest, get into it. Get creative. Use that big brain. Get to it. It's okay. You'll feel crazy. I promise. You will. It's fine. Why not? I mean, gosh. People have called me crazy my whole life. They still do. They've called me weird, crazy, strange, unusual. I know. And I tried the normal thing. It sucked. It was boring. Nah. They want me to be, they want me to not talk. They want me to not cuss. No thanks. Stop telling people your business. Yeah. Sideways, turn energies. Yeah, me too. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. Ooh, I know we hate waiting. You have to get comfortable in the in-between. In the in-between is where you learn how to keep things. It is where you learn the lesson. So that you don't I don't want to say that. Saying mess up implies that you'll lose it. No, we don't blame that energy ever, okay? Being in the in-between helps you gain that discipline and wisdom to keep the positive energy flowing, right? And so that if lessons come along later, we know how to handle it. It's not just a never-ending cycle repeat. Yes. And time for beginner mind. It's okay to start new things. It's okay to be new, all right? It's okay to be new. It's okay for fresh starts. I always think of this interestingly. Porcupines, if you pet them wrong, you'll get stabbed too. So, it's okay to be new. You don't gotta be so prickly. It's okay to take other people's opinions and advice as long as they continue to be motivating and inspirational and not putting you down, okay? Don't be so prickly. It's okay. It's okay to be new. It's okay to not be as experienced as everyone else. It's okay. It's okay to not know where you're going. You don't have to be perfect. It's okay to fumble along the way. It's all right. You'll be all right. That's how you learn and how you grow. Okay? You can't be the expert before you're the apprentice. That doesn't make sense. Anything else, Spirit? Any more advice? 2, 3, 4. Yes. On our way down the path. Notice how it was 1, 2, 3 earlier, and now it's 2, 3, 4. We made some progress. Balance, collaboration, communication, and stability, foundation, security. The Emperor, going from the Fool to the High Priestess to the Empress to the Emperor. That's so interesting. It's interesting that you assume that I don't believe in God. But, you know what? That's fine. You do you, friend. Here we go. So interesting. I find it interesting that people tell me what my faith is. But I'm gonna leave that where it is. They don't deserve my energy or attention. You remember how I said that there were people that were going to shove their viewpoints down your throat? There you go. For anyone who just saw that. Interesting. So yeah, even if you're going and pursuing your own thing, how is it that I'm gonna be for real with y'all. They don't know that. I'm an omnist, by the way. I believe that most religions are perfectly fine, have a grain of truth in them, and should be respected. Unless they're hurting people, like legitimately, like Scientology and stuff like that. But aside, right? That's a huge controversial topic that I won't be getting into. But it's so strange. I follow the Bible, right? I have the Bible. Not that I use it as like my everyday like religion or anything, but I have it. If I want to do bibliomancy. So, who can you tell me what I am? And what I believe in. My poor phone. Someone's phone is about to die. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I told you. People will just come in and they'll say whatever they want. And that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion, friend. Have a blessed day. I'm not gonna hold on to that energy. Any more advice from my collective here for my open-minded peeps? That's so interesting. I come here and I tell people to choose themselves and to heal themselves, and people really be in here saying I'm evil. Hello, friend. It blows my mind. I'm like, okay. All right, then. So interesting. Let's see. Any more advice for them, friends? Yeah, you're right, Liz. And when people do come into that, don't pay them no mind, don't pay them any attention. I'm pretty sure that my moderator might be asleep by now. I've kept him up for like ever. But yeah, be generous of spirit. Right? Like I said, just because there are people in your life who have done you wrong does not mean that that encompasses the entirety of humanity, okay? Remember to always be generous of spirit. Remember to always not necessarily look for the good in people, because that can often open us up to the bad in people. But remember that most of humanity is the same as you. If you are kind, if you are generous, there are people who are just like you. Unfortunately, we run into a lot of bad apples along the way, but that does not mean the entire bucket is full, right? They often spread, they often make things worse, because one bad apple usually sours the whole bunch. But just because you have a bad experience with one person or a group of people doesn't necessarily mean that that is the entirety of everyone. You know what? Yeah, and the miracles are endless. Source and Spirit always have miracles for you, even if you don't believe in it, right? What you believe in, God, whoever you believe in, the miracles are endless. Okay? The miracles are endless. And just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean it's not true. We often think, like I said, you believe that you have bad luck. You do not. You've just been around the wrong people. Okay? Whatever you believe in, the miracles are always endless. Okay? They're always listening and they're always willing to give it to you, whether you believe in them or not. They must respect your free will. Right? Spirit must always respect your free will. So even if they offer it to you, if you don't take it, that's on you. They'll come back around and they'll try to give it back again. Interesting. Just because it's offered to you and they keep bringing it back to you, if you keep telling Spirit, Source, God, that you don't deserve it, they're going to give it back because you do. You asked for it. You know? 4, 2, 3. No, I will not be going backwards. Thank you. There we go. So interesting. It always happens when my moderator falls asleep that the people come out and tell me who I am. Surrender now. Interesting. Yes, we are still resisting the ebb and the flow of Source, of creation, of Spirit, of who we believe in. We are not fully trusting the process. We're not really understanding that we speak our life into being. Right? Our belief shapes our reality. It's time to surrender to the process. If you want the healing, right? First, you must see why you even allow people to make you feel that way. Because you are choosing to believe their words. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. This is the most I've had happen in one stream, and it's extremely annoying. I come from a Christian background, so it's very frustrating to hear people misquote and misuse the Bible like that. It's very annoying. And that's coming from someone who has had religious trauma, but it confuses me why you would do that, why you would misuse words and spread negativity to someone who's trying to bring positivity into the world, but whatever. Use your mind wisely. Yes, with that biggie. 47, you could be 47. You are absolutely right, Liz, thank you. Use your mind wisely, don't ruminate. Just like you're going to have the aggro. This is for me too. Oh, dang it. You're going to have people who come for you while you're shining your light. They're going to try to knock you down. They're going to try to put you in old methods. They're going to try to put you in that freeze, fawn, fight mode. They're going to try to pull out the inner shadow. They're going to try. No matter what you do, they're going to try every single time to block you, and you are just trying to bring light into this world and create for yourself. But you don't need to repeat that cycle in your own brain, okay? You don't need to be your own bully. You don't need to have people come in and be like, you don't need to use their voice or use their words in your voice, okay? Any more advice from my collective here, Spirit? Thank you. Yep, and if you are worried about things taking too long, thank you. If you're worried about things taking too long, if you're worried about not seeing your results yet, be patient. I know we hate hearing that, okay? But it's when we're watching and we're waiting, it's when we're using our discernment, when we are paying attention, that we notice people for who they are, that we notice that things are progressing, right? That's watching and waiting is important because, again, in order to receive the thing, you have to be comfortable in the in-between. In order to get what we want,
Well, I'm back. They're not stopping me, y'all. No, I'm going. I don't care. Okay? Hello? My phone died. So that tells me that evil eye's strong, so you're gonna see this angle. I hope you're all still here. Thank you. You're right, I won't. Watch and wait. We're afraid to be patient. We're afraid to let things be better, okay? Oh boy, I've never had such strong hater energy in one of my lives before. So that means I'm doing something right? I'll move y'all here. It's not the best angle, but we're just gonna make it work, okay? Cool. My tripod does not allow me to charge at the same time, so watching and waiting. Use your mind wisely, okay? In order to call forth what you want. And I'm gonna move this because that's not the lighting angle I want. There you go. And co-create with spirit. There you go. This is in the sideways, okay? Co-create with spirit. 17. That in tarot is the number of the star card, that healing card, okay? Co-create with spirit. So that's part of that speaking positivity into your life. That's part of bringing in more with your life. We feel like if we say it, spirit doesn't have our back, right? That's not true. They have to respect your free will. If you're always calling in negativity, the universe has to give it to you. Because it's what you're asking for. It's what you're currently asking for from your subconscious mind, right? And I am sorry if the audio quality just went down. I had to unplug my microphone. So, we're chilling, we're vibing. It's fine. But, yes. Remember that you, again, hi Taylor! Remember again that you too, Taylor, you can co-create with spirit. You are the creator of your own life. You are the one with the pen. Spirit is here to help you, to guide you, to do all those things, right? They're here to make sure that what you ask for comes true. They have to respect your free will. That's what they do. They will always nudge you towards the path you want to go on, but they must respect it. That is the number one rule of the universe, is they must respect free will, okay? They must. If they didn't, what would be the point? You know, we would all be following the same script, doing the same things. We would never grow. We would never learn. We would never grow. Nothing would ever change. Yeah. And the number 3 here with the armadillo. Set healthy boundaries. All right? There's nothing wrong with your generous heart. There's nothing wrong with your passionate heart. We just have to be careful who we give access to it, okay? That beautiful number 3. Also, thank you to everyone who stayed. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. That blue, that self-expression, that beautiful green in the background for the heart chakra, right? Setting healthy boundaries, protecting your heart, protecting your self-expression, being honest, being upfront, telling people where they need to go put themselves if they really feel like they need to come in and squash your light. You know, if you are so uncomfortable in my presence, leave. Why do you gotta squash me at the same time, you know? Ridiculous. Just go away. I'll never understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. Well, I know what it is. It's the crabs in the bucket. Like, it's, I need an excuse to justify why I've been suffering for so long, so I'm going to bring it to someone else so that I feel vindicated in my suffering and my choosing to continue to suffer. But like at the same time, I don't get it, because you literally have the power to not do that. Why would you choose to continue to suffer? It makes no sense. So, like, weirdo behavior. Man, I'm so grateful for my collective. Y'all are the best. I told you, the night people are the best people. I'm biased here. I need to finish this up for y'all. I feel so bad. But, like, it's fine. You're gonna find people who are going to aggro. Like I told you, the aggro charm. You're gonna find people who have every single reason to... They believe that they're right. They believe they're doing something for the world. They, like... I'll be for real. They truly think that you're a bad guy. They truly think they're doing something good in the world, and that's great for them, right? I wish them healing. I wish all the best in life. Really, I do. So sometimes it's not even that. It's just you are such a stark contrast to what they believe in that they feel like they're doing good by doing that. I don't know, but love the soul, not the behavior, right? That's what my mom always said. Love the soul, not the behavior. Any other advice for my collective here today? My wonderful collective who has stayed despite the interference and the distractions. Time for a deep dive. 60. The energy of the lovers of harmony, of balance. Time for a deep dive. You're not going to want to hear it. I've already touched on it. It's time to go into the depths of our emotions and engage with those wounds in our self-love category, friend. We have to engage with those wounds in order to heal. Alright? We have to engage with it. Also, thank you, TikTok, for just pausing the live and not just ending it. I was worried I'd have to redo it, so... Super grateful. Told you, Spirit provides. The universe always provides for you. They've always got your back. And yes, take the lead. You are the author of your life. You are the stag. You are the one in control. Okay? 58 equals out to 13, which is the death card for the Scorpio again. It also adds up to the number 4 for Emperor, stability, security. Take the lead. You control your life. What you speak into it is what will happen. What you say is what will happen. Yes, it will. What you believe is what will come to fruition. And once you start speaking positivity into your life, once you start actively thinking that your life is better, Spirit hears you. They go, you want positivity in your life. We'll make that happen. We'll provide you with the opportunities to make that happen. Always. Always, every time. Welcome in everyone who's just popped in. I'm just finishing up here. I'm just finishing up. Yes. Last bit of advice. Let's do 3 more cards for the advice here today. Another sideways. Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. Please believe in yourself. My nail polish is... Oh, no, I don't have it in front of me. It's from, Ellie, but I think it's like Hypnotic or Cosmic. It's one of those two. I will eventually... I should have my nail polish out here sometimes. I always get asked. Thank you. But yes, believe in yourself, friend. You are the author of your life. You do hold the pen. You do. Believe in yourself. Don't let other people squash. Like, this is for me too, okay? Don't let other people come in spewing their nonsense, spewing their bullshit, spewing their negativity, trying to make you look evil and bad and incapable. Stop letting that squash you, okay? Stop it. You know what you're doing. You know what you're bringing to the world. You know what you're trying to bring. Stand in it. Okay? Stand in it. Last 2, Spirit, for advice for this collective on what they need to do to proceed forward. Just a little bit of using their fears, their negativities. This and that are true. For 22, reciprocity and balance. Yes, this and that are true. Okay? This is a part all about duality. Alright? This is a big, this is something I always need to tell people. When you're trying to manifest better in your life, you need to remember you don't have to be all love and light. You don't have to be all positive. You can have bad days. You can have days where you go backwards. You can have days where you ruminate. You can still call it in. Okay? There can still be bad people in the world while there's good people in the world. There can still be people who are caught all up in the matrix spewing nonsense. And there are people who truly do care about you. This and that are true. Duality exists. Just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean it's not there. Alright? Just because you can't see it with your 5 senses does not mean it does not exist. It just means you cannot perceive it yet. You know? And last one for the collective here. And yes, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfectly healed to still do good in this world. You can be healing and provide healing. Okay? Because healing is not a one and done. You heal your whole life, the whole time. Welcome back, Peter. Last one for my collective here, and then I will finally release you to the darkness. Thank you, Liz. No, I won't. I never will, no. Spirit told me I had to do this, so I'll be here. I'll show up. They want me to clock in, I'll clock in. I'll be annoyed the whole time, but I'll clock in. Oh boy. Last one for my collective here. Oh, no, we're not giving them 25. Oh, okay. Go outside. I know at least one of you did not want to hear that. Hello, welcome back. Go outside, touch some grass. Be around people who don't suck. Okay? I promise you it'll be healing. Alright? Even if there is someone out there who does suck, when you go to the grocery store, you might run into one person who's awful, but the rest of the grocery store isn't. Okay? Remember that. Don't let the one bad apple ruin the whole tree. Okay? You got it. Go outside. Go outside, okay? Yes, and Spirit has your back. Believe that. Spirit always has your back. You don't believe it. Yes, they do. Gosh, I feel so crazy with this angle. It's fine. Spirit has your back, and let it shine, friendo. No matter who comes in and tries to squash that light, no matter who aggroes on you, let it shine. Let it shine. Be your beautiful, weird self. Be weird, be crazy. Let them call you a witch, a villain. Let them do it. Let them paint their pictures. That's perfectly fine. Let them believe what they want. Are you, though? So, that's all I have for you today. What a crazy, chaotic, wild-ass reading. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you guys for your time and your energy, for choosing me to be your reader today. If you want a personal reading, I offer those at the link in my bio. No, it's not clickable. You need 1,000 followers on TikTok for things to be clickable. But it is my coffee link. You can go check it out and see if I vibe with you. Oh, 444 for Hermes. That's funny. If not, that's totally fine, you know. But that is where I do all of that stuff. Let me not knock y'all over. Feel free to check it out and see if I vibe with you. If I do not, and this is the last time I see of you, right? And this is the last time I see you. Thank you so much for your energy. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I wish you so much love, luck, abundance, joy, healing, peace, and wealth. Everything. I wish you so much. Good relationships, all of it, right? Really healthy ones. And creativity, all of it. I wish you all of it. And please remember that life is an ever crooked path and you are never off of it, okay? If you have chosen to follow me, you do vibe with me, thank you so much. I wish all the same for you, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bless you, Peter, and bless you, Liz. Bye!